Hi, I'm Big Bear Mark, and welcome to the Bear Cave. Tonight, I've got a couple of people with me. I have, as usual, Luke the Wonder Cub. How you going, Luke?
I'm good, how are you?
Good. I've got Erin O'Neill, who is the current Mr Australasian Bear 2014 and coordinator of Bear Heart as well. And, of course, at the end, we've got Rusty. Hello, Rusty.
Hi, Rusty.
And this is Steve Scalone. He is a commercial photographer.
Hello.
And tonight what we'll be doing is we're talking about body image and bears. Now, bears sort of have this image as being maybe a little bit older, maybe a little bit weight's a bit heavier, hairy, definitely. We've all got beards, let's face it. Do you think that's a reasonable representation of a bear, Luke?
Yeah, I think it's a stereotype. I think stereotypes are there for a reason because usually they're pretty close to what the reality is, to a point. I think the bears obviously want to include everybody, and if you want to be a bear, that's fantastic. But, I mean, I wouldn't call myself on the overly chunky side. I'm a bit overweight, but I'm not overly chunky. Shut up. But I have a beard. I have that going for me. So I've got a really good beard, and that usually gets me far enough.
Yes, because we've like on the panel, we all have our beards. We love our beards, of course. And talking about a good beard, at the end here we have Erin. Erin, you're Mr Australasian Bear 2014. Now you're not fat, and you're not. So do you think that you represent bears?
I think I represent. I do represent bears. I don't think that being a bear is one particular image or one particular look. I don't think you have to have a beard to be a bear. I don't think you have to have a big belly and a big chest or anything like that. For me, it's more how you feel about yourself and whether you identify with being a bear. And for me, for years I didn't have a beard, so I was in a job that I wasn't able to have a beard, and I still identified with the community or something that I felt that I belonged to, well before I came out even.
Yeah, and I think part of the bear ethos is that we try to be accepting. So doesn't matter what you look. Though, Steve, I still think that bears are seen as the older, fatter, hairier. Being a commercial photographer, though, your business is about image, and you've done a lot of work with the bear community. How does that image fit with your work?
Well, basically, I guess, in terms of working with a community organisation or a number of them, a certain amount of stereotypical cliche type of thing is kind of accepted, and I guess from a commercial point of view, if you're producing some kind of advertising or something like that, it is actually accepted or kind of encouraged purely because you can, the bear community, whoever they may be, can actually easily identify with it. Be it for a dance party or kind of sexual health promotion or anything like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
now, in the last year or two, we have had a bit of a change of focus, I think, in the bear community, especially with bear clubs, calling for more realistic, not Photoshop, like realistic models in their promotions to more reflect what a bear is.
Yes.
And I think that comes out of, there was a big time when we were looking at muscle bears all the time, and that didn't really fit into the ethos. Do you think that's still the case?
Yeah, I do. I kind of love where the community's going, and it's the same in terms of kind of hetero fashion, I guess, where beauty isn't such a cliche anymore, that everyone is kind of pushing to be a little bit more inclusive and things like that.
Yeah. Luke, I mean, we all like a hot bear, don't we?
Yeah, and I think we're taking steps towards this stuff in terms of using, regular Joes as icons and stuff like that, which is fantastic. But at the same time, still when you look at a poster for a bear party, you're going to see that stereotype big, chunky, furry, beardy kind of bear. You're not going to see the average guy on there still. So we're making moves towards that, but it's not there yet.
I mean, I can't talk because I was on a poster for a bear event.
And you're big, chunky, beardy, older. So you meet those three things really clearly.
But, Erin, don't we like to see maybe, a muscle bear now and again?
I think so. And I think you've got to cater to the majority of the market. And in any bear club or any marketing sense, you're always going to cater to the majority of what people want to see. Now, whether that's at the time it's a muscle bear or something like that, it doesn't have to reflect every single individual person within the community. It's an overall generic thing, especially if you're promoting a party. But within a club like Vic Bears, that's different, where you don't just promote the sexiest looking guy out there or the nicest looking guy out there, because you can't do that. You've got a broad community of people.
And in fact, Bear Heart is actually a health side of the Bear Club, where we promote healthy living and get people out walking and that sort of thing. Now, you're a coordinator of Bear Heart.
Yeah, so I've just taken over the Bear Heart coordinator role, and in terms of that role, what I'll be doing is coming up with events like Aqua Bear. So we have things like Aqua Bear where we go swimming, health initiatives, bears on bikes, go for a ride, and we just try and get the community out there and involved in some activity. It's very easy to find. It's on Facebook, Bear Heart, H-A-R-T, and it's part of the Vic Bears group. So, yeah, if you're interested, come along, join on.
Cool. Luke, do you ever feel pressure that you need to be bigger?
Yeah, actually, yeah. As a young person as well, entering the community several years ago as a cub, I think that being a bit skinnier, I found myself being more attractive to more people once I got bigger. It absolutely happened that way. Yeah, some people definitely went for me when I was skinnier too. That was part of it too. Some people like that. But as I've gotten a bit older and a bit bigger, I've certainly found that people that used to not even look at me all of a sudden go, you've become a bear now. And it changed completely. Like I'd graduated or something. Like I put a waterboard on, threw it up in the air, and I became a bear somehow. So it did change. It was about 2 or 3 years ago I noticed that sort of shift. So it's weird.
Yeah, so, terms like twink and, we're looking at skinny things, skinny boys. I mean, they may not necessarily feel welcome within the bear community.
I think that highlights a really important point, though, in that there is such a diversity within our community, such a diversity within the gay community in general, with any community. And the one thing that I really love about the bear community is that it is inclusive and it's open. So you don't have to look a particular way. You don't have to act a particular way. You can feel like a bear and still be a bear. You can have no hair on your body whatsoever and still be in a bear club and be part of it. So
that's right.
Yeah.
There's always somebody out there who's going to be interested in your particular look. And there'll be people out there who aren't interested in your particular look. So, you as a skinny man or you as a bigger man, doesn't really matter.
I think that's a perfect place to leave it, because I think you agree we have to be inclusive, and it doesn't matter what you look like, you can come along and be part of the bear community.
Yeah, definitely.
I want to thank you guys for coming on today.
Thank you.
And I'm Big Bear Mark, and this has been The Bear Cave.